Well, welcome back to another video here on the channel. And today I will be reviewing Scream. Very excited to review and rank all of these. This is my third favorite horror franchise and a top that I have not reviewed these and ranked these in a while, so I'm very excited to do that. If you enjoy, smash the like button. First time viewer, you know what to do. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That notification bell is just as important as that subscribe button and as that like button. So make sure you do that. So Scream. I gotta get these on Blu-ray. Which is off topic. But yeah, onto the review. This is a Wes Craven classic. Wes Craven directed this. This brought back the slasher genre. This saved the slasher genre right here. This saved the whole horror genre. It really did. So basically, you start off, with this movie. This girl, um, um, Drew Barrymore, right? So Drew Barrymore, right here. Like I said, like she's even on the poster and even on the DVD and Blu-ray covers. The point is, you open up with her, and she gets this weird phone call. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen this movie. She gets killed. You think she's going to be the final girl. No, she gets killed. That is one of the big surprises. Like, I remember seeing this movie, like, the first time I ever, I can't talk. First time I ever saw this movie was in 2010. And love this movie ever since. Like I said, perfect opening. Starting a movie off like that with a big shock and in your face, it really works. And there's so many references to Halloween. They even have the movie Halloween playing at the end. There's references to Leatherface and Halloween and Silence of the Lambs. To me, the whole character Ghostface deserves to be up there with Chucky and Michael and Freddy. This movie deserves to be on the, this movie is a classic. This movie still holds up. Great acting, great cinematography. It's directed well. Wes Craven knew how to direct a movie, and Kevin Williams knows how to write a script. And Kevin Williams and Wes Craven was just a great duo on this series right here. I know Kevin Williams didn't return for Scream 3, but he did write the original script. But point is, Scream 1, love this movie to death. It's always watchable. I can always watch this movie and just really enjoy myself. It's just, I enjoy this movie start to finish. Great cast. Wes Craven did a phenomenal job to this. And you know what? This is a love letter to slasher fans. Like, this is a love letter. Can't talk. The thing is, this is more of a love letter to slashers than anything. Because this saved the genre. Like, this movie saved the genre. There are some really good kills in this. There's some really good kills in this. And there's so many red herrings. Like I said, I remember watching this for the first time back in 2010. And there was just so many red herrings here and there. And you thought that person was the killer, then that person. Then come to find out Bill and Stu were the killers. And I think they are very memorable killers. Those are some very memorable killers. In my opinion, I thought they was very memorable characters, a very iconic score. It kind of bothers me almost that no one talks about this score. Yes, the Halloween score is iconic, is classic. Yes, the Exorcist score is iconic, classic. Yes, the Psycho, same thing for the Psycho score. Yes, same thing for that one and that one. You know what I mean? But this one has an iconic classic score too that needs to be recognized. And that's my opinion on that. Very iconic classic score. This movie still holds up, and to me, there's only, in my personal opinion, of all the 90s horror movies I've seen, there's only two 90s horror movies that actually have their own flavor, and that is Candyman and Scream. Those are the only two horror movies, slashers, that I've seen from the 90s that have its own flavor and own touch. You know what I mean? Maybe you could put Urban Legends in there too, but I really think Candyman and Scream are the two 90s, the top 90s slashers, because they all have their own flavor and own unique thing. Scream saved the genre. I love this movie. Some very memorable scenes, the garage scene, the opening. Everyone knows the opening, the garage scene, like I said, the party scene, the whole ending. Very good. This is a short, simple movie, but it is so effective. This is 111 minutes. This is 111 minutes, but it's so short, it's sweet and simple. It feels like it's an 80-minute movie or like a 90-minute movie, but that's not a bad thing because, like I said, it's short, sweet, and simple, and it's so effective. Like, it's so effective, and it gets to the point. And that's something that, especially some slashers today don't go for. This went straight for the point. It kept you guessing who the killer was, and I think out of all the horror villains, out of all the slashers, this is the only franchise that is unique and it stands out. Because in each movie, you're not dealing with a Freddy, a Jason, a Michael, where it starts to get predictable. In every Scream movie, you never know who the killer is. You never know. And I love scenes in Scream. There's scenes in this movie that no one talks about. There's scenes where, like, Ghostface will, like, stalk Cindy. Very reminiscent of Michael Myers in the original Halloween. That's what it reminded me of. You know what I mean? Love this movie start to finish. This will always, always be one of my favorites. Always. Always will be one of my favorites. And I think more people need to, start talking about this. I don't hear a lot of people talking about Scream or this franchise, and can't talk. And it's kind of sad to me that not a lot of people talk about this movie and the whole franchise. I think it's kind of sad, in my opinion, that no one really talks about this franchise and this iconic classic Wes Craven movie. No one talks about it. Hopefully, when Scream 5 comes out, or whatever they title it, more people will come and visit this one right here and this whole franchise and just see how unique, different, and it stands out. Again, Scream 2 review coming very soon. Yeah, so that was the review for Scream. Love this movie start to finish. Very iconic, very rememberable. It pokes fun at the whole slasher genre and the whole horror genre at the time. Like I said, so many horror movies exists in this movie as they do in a real world. You know what I mean, right? Again, there's mention of Terror Train. I've not seen Terror Train yet, actually. But there's mentions of Terror Train in here, Prom Night, Carrie, Leatherface. There's so many mentions of horror classics. And this is a classic right here. Love this movie to death. Like I said, great kills, an iconic killer, an iconic mask, an iconic group of killers that were behind the mask. Just a great slasher that stands out, and this still holds up. And I love what Wes Craven did in this movie. He didn't make it too 90s, but he wanted this movie to still hold up, like Nightmare on Elm Street. He still wanted this movie to hold up, to have a simple plot. Again, Wes Craven knew how to make a movie, and so did Kevin Williams, and this worked right here. Scream, one of my favorites. Love this movie, start to finish. If you haven't seen this, you're missing out on the best iconic slasher movies ever made. This goes right up there with Halloween, Child's Play, as some of the best horror slashers, and the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Classic stuff right here. So that was my review for Scream. Obviously, it's a 10 out of 10 because I love this movie. So yeah, obviously it's a 10 out of 10 for me. Let me know, do you love Scream just as much as I do? And let me know in the comments below, have you seen this one? And I hope you have seen this one, because this is a classic. So yeah, let me know what you think of Scream in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Like I said, the notification bell is really important now, because if you don't hit that notification bell, you're not going to get notified. And make sure you go in and look at the description, check out my brand new album. I put a lot of work into that album. So yeah, catch everyone in the next video.